So this show is led by Natasha Rothwell. So how was it getting to work with her and deciding the vision for your characters this season?
I'd say it's just been honestly just a pleasure and an honor. I was a fan of hers. I hadn't known her personally, but I was a fan of hers before a lot of her earlier work. I think she's hilarious. And the fact that she's at the helm, writer, creator, you know, there's no telling where she might. Maybe she'll be directing next season, but also just to be on the ground day to day in scenes with her has just truly been a pleasure and an honor. It's inspiring, really. You know what I'm saying? See a black woman do her thing.
Yes.
Been doing this for a long time. The idea that I found it very awesome and strange that my scene partner is my boss, and
Mhm.
like questions, concerns, problems, observations, anything, I just say it right here. And she was always receptive to anything, and
Always.
it's like it just made it so easy, made things easy. It's not like a ladder of people you got to go through to get to the executive producer to ask a question. You just ask it right here in the scene and be done with it. It's great.
Good. So how would you describe Terrence's relationship with Mel?
I think it's an encouraging relationship. They're work buddies. She comes out for her smoke breaks, and they both get a little bit of respite. They get to chat it up. He soon realizes that he has an affinity for her and likes to encourage her and help her figure out, her next move and tactfully and lovingly show her that she might be part of her own problem. And while also encouraging her realize that he has maybe some blockages with his own relationship with love and his current girlfriend and things like this. I think they both like the time that they get together. It's like her smoke breaks, even though he doesn't smoke and doesn't like that she smokes because he wants the best for her. It's still just a bit of a break from the day and the monotony and the noise.
Yes, yeah. I love those scenes together too. So Jocko, how do you think Alex feels about his relationship with his fiance versus the fling that he had with Mel?
Great question. I feel like Alex is probably still trying to figure that out. Um, and I think the audiences will be along for that ride, trying to see, is this a rebound? Because sometimes throughout the season, it just felt like it was like a rebound. Uh,
Mhm.
but the I forget the wife name, the fiance's name, the character, but she's sweet and sincere. A lot
Yeah.
of times you see shows like that, and it's like, oh, here's the other girl, and she's like, a B, or or like, and they didn't go that route, and it's like he can totally be in love with her, but I think because of his dynamic with Mel, he's
Mhm.
maybe torn a little bit and still just trying to figure out.
Yeah, yeah. So how does the chips moment play a significant factor for Terrence's character arc?
It just makes him realize that, he has some hard boundaries that he shares with some of his friends, including Mel, but some of his other work friends. And it makes him realize that those hard boundaries are maybe not so hard. And
Yeah.
there's room for growth and exploration.
Yeah, I think that was perfect. So the show has a few musical numbers that surprise us throughout the season. So what was it like either filming those or just getting to see those different scenes?
I'll do a quick answer. Because I don't know what the case was for you, Keelan, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet. And you know why? Yes, I did. There is one. There is a scene. There's a karaoke scene. Outside of that, I want to do something where there's like a flash mob and I get to
Oh,
dance. Yeah,
yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
I
do
because
love
they
I
had
love
some of
shows
those.
I love shows like this that has where the music sort of uplifts the tone of the show. And in our show, Natasha et al. They play with the realism, the magical realism of what's going on to highlight the emotion and the state of mind, the state of play. And so, no, on set we don't hear the music. We don't get to, unless you're doing one of those highly choreographed scenes. But watching it is really phenomenal and locks you in. It's my type of like objectively. If I weren't in it, I think I'd still enjoy the show and want to watch it.
Yeah. And so what scenes did you have the most fun filming?
One of my favorite
That's a
scenes.
hard one. That's a hard. Sorry, Joe. That's a hard one because it really was just such a pleasure to show. First of all, I love what I do. I'm one of those nerds. Like I love being on set, even when it's miserable or hot or cold or whatever. But aside from the weather, it was just a joy to work with everyone every day. So I found that the more people were on set, because we do have a lot of one and two person scenes, but there are a few scenes where all of us were there on set and
Yeah.
in the scene, and those are, for my part, the funnest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked working with KeiLyn because we didn't get to work together much, and there was like this little rivalry going on, and it was fun. I just felt like we're scratching the surface.
Yeah,
And also, obviously working with Natasha on episode 7, and just getting this big playground of a episode to just play and dive in with each other and laugh and be silly and get real serious at times. And those
man, I love episode 7. I've said it before; it's my favorite episode.
I, I love hearing that. Thank you so much, man. It's great. It's great. It's a lot of fun.